क्या मालूम कौन है? Okay, I'm going to put you on mute. Oi. First thing, I had to put you on mute because if I don't put you on mute, so you talk to everyone, and that creates a big problem. It's like 80% talking at the same time. Okay, that is you are saying no. Okay, first we'll go. We finish the basic explanation of ROR. Now we will go today with the likelihood of the pattern, this pattern from the discussion paper pattern. Now what happened? This was agreed upon, this format, and then after that there have been some issues, and then they said no, we also have freedom to deviate from it. But more or less the pattern should be same, because it doesn't make any sense for people to start changing it and unbalancing it. But there is always little madness. Okay. So you are all muted now. Okay. And if, as I am talking, anybody has got doubt, you wave your hand, because I can see it clearly then, and then use the chat. Because chat, what happens, whatever you write, I can read it clearly, and I know what are you asking. Otherwise, the voice is getting lost with the bandwidth. Okay, the standard paper. Now this is already loaded on my Google Drive, and I have given you link to it. You open it and you will find there are few folders, and this is one of them telling you exactly what is the syllabus as given a format. This is the format, not syllabus, but a format given by IMU, which was agreed. But they have said they also have right to deviate from it. So keep fingers crossed. Now, as you look at it, the question number 1 is compulsory. Okay, this is where you have got compulsory. 1 minute, let me take out the pen. Okay, I am also having little bandwidth problem probably. Anyway, so number 1 is compulsory. What it contains, there are 5 short questions of 4 marks each. 5 questions, 4 marks each. Out of 5, 2 are coming from ROR. That is, D will be 2 definitions from rule number 3. That means each definition will be 2 marks. So rule number 3, which is definitions, you must know completely word by word, a pure, simple, old-fashioned mugging up. Okay, word by word, which you can do it now sitting at home, and ask somebody to check it out exactly word by word, and not even deviation from one word, because these marks must be taken. And one way or the other, in interviews and all, these questions are asked. This is something, I don't know, good, bad for you all, but ROR is there for a very long time. It came in force, this more or less, with small changes. This version of 41 rules was 38 for till about 2-3 years ago. So those 38 rules came in force in January 1977, long ago. I was the first batch. We had to appear for it. And nowadays, it was believed that you must know whole ROR word by word, whole ROR. So we did not have any escape route. We could not go ashore. It was like this: you want to go ashore, ship is in port. Chief will say, okay, rule number so and so today. So before you go out, he will hear you out. If you are okay, you can go ashore. Otherwise, stay on board. So we learnt one way or the other. So now you have got two definitions from rule number 3. Then E is two definitions from rule number 21. Now 21 deals with lights. 3 deals with different types of ships. Both you have to get perfectly right, word by word, without any failure. So that is 8 marks you have taken. Then we move down further. See, you have got then 5 questions from remaining 6. So you have got number 2 is the chart work, number 3 is chart work, number 4 is chart work, number 5 is chart work. So theoretically, you have got now 4 questions from chart work. And you have got one more to be solved. So now you have got one of the options here. Either you do 6 and 7 together. So you will have 20 marks to take from here. Or else you will have to do one extra from here. But one way or the other, one of the two you have to do. So now we come here. Let me get rid of this. This is bad because my computer is also working very slowly. Clear. Okay. The bandwidth is issue today somehow. Okay. Now, this question number 6. State rule number 2, 5 or 6. That means out of 3 rules, 1 you have to state. State is as good as the definitions. That means this rule must be perfect word by word. Question, rule number 2, 5 or 6. Again, pure mugging job for 4 marks. Pure mugging. Next one is layout and summary of coal rig, which is actually there in your syllabus also, defined straightforward. It is very straightforward, 3 marks. That means how many sections are there, which rules come under what, like these rules apply to all, then this is in sight of one another, like knowing which rule is pertaining to what. Summary means section 1 is this, section 2, section 3, then we have got this, like that. The layout. This is not going to deal with any rules word by word. The B is talking only about summary, means you say, okay, like this is lookout rule, this section applies to all, 9 and 10, 9 is narrow channel, 10 is this, like that. Now comes more interesting one. The C is write in your own words any one rule, 7 to 12. Okay, 7 to 19. Now 7 to 19 rules, that means you must know and you should be able to write in your own words. When you write in own words, you should not be missing the points. I know it is little bit tough, that's what you feel right now. Over the period you will get used to it because this is our bread and butter actually. ROR and egg disk. So these 7 to 19 you must write in your own words. So relatively syllabus is lot, but this is only 3 marks. Okay, now there is one question. Section part B. Section part B, I will show you. No, you do not write the rules in section. It is just layout. That means a summary of these 41 rules. They are in different sections. So each section you will mention, this section covers up this, section 2, section 3, section 4, like that. It is not about writing individual rules. It is like, I will open up that part and show you, okay? Just let us finish here. Then I will open up that part and show you. It is actually on the back of your book also. Then coming back to this section 7. Here you have got 2 marks for each. Lights and shapes prescribed between 20 and 31 means at finally sound signal 32 to 37. That means a question will be simple like this. What lights will be displayed by a ship not under command making way through the water? You should be able to give the lights. Okay, or somebody tougher variation seen from the port side. What lights will you see? So this is about light identification. You all have got those cards, playing cards, right? I call them playing cards because you should be using them like WWF cards and all you had as kids. So use them and you will find you will be able to identify all lights, because there is also a pattern. How do you identify lights? That also we will go through. So this is what we are talking about, your paper setting. So see, 20 to 37 is lights and sound signals you have to know, and that is 10 marks. Here one rule mugged up, 4 marks. This summary layout is another 3 marks for taking. Probably the toughest, I think you can say 7 to 19, depending on what rule is asked. So here in your own words. So if you remember the original rule, it will help to convert it into your own. But you should not miss out any points. Okay. Now, I will go back on this. This may be very big book. I thought only. Mr. One. Okay. Sorry guys, but what happens is it is moving slowly. Okay, we are here. Okay, here you see, when you see this part, this whole table is what is layout. Part A, general, rule number 1, 2, 3. Part B, section 1 is this, section 2 is this, section 3. Part C is this. D, E are exemptions. F are audit ones. This is what is we were talking about, layout and summary. This page. But like you will have to put rule number 4 to 10. Section 1, conduct of vessel, rule number 4 to 10. Right. Nobody expects you to know each and every rule exactly by this, but you will know it because this is something like what we do day to day. So, this is what we are looking at. Okay. So, now I am going to go back. This is what I have given you a link is there. In case there is another problem or something, you can't get it, then we will do it again. But when we are talking about rule number 21 or 20 onwards, what we are talking is 20 to 31 are what lights have to be shown by different types of ships. So, okay. This is something it needs further improvement. As I get feedback, only I can improve it further. What happens is you are shown a light. Your natural reaction is you see a light and specific color. Now, when we look at ROR, we have got most common lights are white. Then you have got red. You have got green. And in one incident, you have got yellow, that is non-flashing light, and in flashing lights you have got two colors. One is yellow, other one is red. Okay, so this much you remember or no? Any doubts on this? Put it on chat. Okay, I still don't get anything here. Okay, we'll move on. Now, remember one thing. First thing, when we talk about lights, we see lights in two-dimensional vision. Nighttime vision is two-dimensional vision. So, looking at the light, all you know is the minimum range, assuming weather is very good. But you can't be sure about the range. When you look at a light, you see white light. It may be 100 meters from you, or it may be 10 kilometers from you. We are never sure at night time. Then, other thing, what colors you are likely to see? White, red, green, yellow, or any flashing yellow or flashing red. Now, as we have studied, what we have seen, there are different sectors. Masthead light is seen in the front sector till it goes on two sides, port and starboard. Side lights, which are color, are seen red on port side, green on starboard side. It has got sector. Stern light has got the sector. Now, in simple words, you cannot see stern light and masthead light at the same time. Not possible. You can see either of the two. One means either you'll see stern light or you'll see masthead light. Whereas, if you are looking at stern light, you shall not see any colored light except the colored lights like red lights if they are shown because ship is not under command or restricted in ability to maneuver or a deep drafted one. So those combinations are different. You are not going to see side light colors like red or green when you are looking at stern light. With masthead light, you can see color combinations. Now these are sector lights. Then you have got other lights like not under command, restricted in their ability to maneuver. Those ones are all-round lights. That means they are seen 360 degrees of arc. Now the one of the issue is when you see light, can you say is it all-round light or is it sector light? There is no way you can say that. No way you can say that. Why? At night time you just see the light. Now that is where the combination of lights become important. What are combination of lights? Suppose if you see only one white light, Okay, I have put them like this. One white light, that's it, nothing else. So what are the possibilities? It can be masthead light, because masthead light has got longer range and side lights are still not visible. So it is possible it is a masthead light. They have got longer range and side lights are not visible yet. One possibility of a ship of 50 meters or less, that means she will carry only one masthead light. Fine. It is possible it may be the stern light. Possible. Why? Because I see white light and only white light can be stern light, because I cannot see side lights, anything, or masthead light with it. And it is possible it can be all round light, like anchor light. A ship of 50 meters will show one light, anchor light. So it can be a ship at anchor. Possible. So there are three combinations I am putting here. Is it conclusive? It is inconclusive. Means by looking at these lights, I cannot be 100% sure what it is. It is inconclusive. I have got three options. I have to decide which one. Then it is like another thing can be a small, very small craft showing a torchlight. Possible. One of the probability is it is the stern light. I am looking at it, and if it is in front of me, means I am overtaking that one. Okay. Also remember certain thing. Masthead light is your highest light, means tallest light. That is shown right on top. There is nothing shown on top of masthead light. If you have got two, then the rare one. That is the highest in height. And if it is a stern light, it is your lowest light on the ship. Lowest. That is stern light. Your side lights are below masthead lights. Whether you have got one masthead light or two masthead light, your side lights are below them. That means the combination will be white on top, white. Then you have got, I had done this in the class also, side lights. This is how you will see them. Okay. Now, next thing comes, I see a white light. What action possibilities are so many I saw here. There are 3-4 possibilities here. So what action? If it is right ahead, means straight in your direction of movement, you give wide alteration to starboard, because never mind what it is. If it is a masthead light, you are acting as per rule number 15. If it is a stern light, you are overtaking, so you are acting under if it is a stern light, I am acting under rule number 13, overtaking. Okay. So if it is not in front of me, then I wait for some additional data to come in. This is how I treat a single white light. Now, is this clear? I'll wait for a few minutes. You ask me any questions on chat. What, everybody has gone to sleep or what? Yes, you move to starboard because if it is open sea, why we move to starboard? Because I have got a probability it may be a masthead light or a stern light. If it is a stern light, I can go to port side or starboard side, no problem, because I am overtaking. It is my responsibility to keep clear. But if it happens to be masthead light, then I have been very specifically told by rule number 15 is, or each shall alter course to starboard. So I must go to starboard. So since I am not sure, my best answer is going to starboard. Because in case it is masthead light, I am doing the right thing. If it is the stern light, this is one of my options, go to port or starboard. So I have taken starboard side option. Okay. Should we move next one now? Two white lights, if you see. Two white lights in a line, one on top of other. Okay, the combinations can be like, it need not be one on top of other. It may be like two different places, up, down, like this is possible. We are taking in vertical line, two. Possible, they are masthead lights. Possible, but side lights are not yet visible. Okay, this question is there. In case it is a boat, still you have to keep clear by rule number which one? 18. You are a big ship, you don't know if it is a small boat, so you have to keep clear. So whichever way you go, if it is right in front of you, you give very wide alteration to starboard and avoid that place. So even if it is boat, you clear, because you have to keep out of the way, no? The responsibility is between the vessels. We are power driven, no? We keep clear of everybody. Got it, Jitendra? Okay. I don't know, because our speeds may be up and down. Okay, never mind. Now coming back to two white lights. They can be all round lights. Possible. But generally all round lights, if they are two white combination, where do you have? You don't have. Towing lights, possible. What we see are two in one line. Towing vessels also carry like this, but they are not all round lights. Towing lights are like masthead lights. But I don't know whether they are all round or sector lights. So I just see, so they may be towing light. They can be masthead light, they can be towing light. Inconclusive. Now, it can be a power driven vessel more than 50 meters in length. I can't see the side lights. Or it is possible ship is more than 50 meters in length and at anchor. Okay, if you see logically in the middle of the sea with deep waters of hundreds of meters depth, in open sea if you see two, it can't be a vessel anchored, because you can't anchor in that deep water. You don't have that long anchor chain. So there is also certain logic, but towing lights, the towing lights, when we say, I'm not talking about stern light. If you are towing astern, then you will have a yellow light on top of stern light with the same properties. We are looking right now two white lights. So we think only two white lights in this case. We are not looking at any color added. This is just one of the combinations we are studying right now. Later on we will come to that. Then this again, if ship is towing, I can see only the towing lights, which are the like properties of masthead lights. In that case, their range is also higher. So side lights may not be seen yet. So this is one of the probabilities. What I am looking at it, these are the probabilities. Action, if it is right ahead, bang head on, then you alter course to starboard, wide alteration, and keep on monitoring. But you get out of the way first. बाद में देखेगा what it is. But you get out of the way first. If you see it somewhere else other than right ahead, then we wait for additional information to arrive, because you will go closer, then you will see some more lights by the time. Okay, now here we are not talking about radar observations. Otherwise, normally at sea, you will be doing most of these things on radars. So what we are talking is you without doing radar observation. It is just manual old-fashioned method. But you will always have your radar on at sea. Ships have got two radars and one of them will be always on. 99.99%. Means in my days we were doing it, so there is no logical reason why you will not be doing it. Now we come to, suppose I see three white lights. So 2 and 3 make the same thing. They're either masthead lights or towing lights, which are shown as masthead lights by the ship which is towing another one. Same story, inconclusive. Only thing in this, we have got one thing is there. Either it's a power-driven vessel without this thing. These are masthead lights and towing lights. Okay, but there is no question of anchoring here because there are three, and since there are three, they are towing lights. But masthead light, why I have put it here? Because it is possible the ship is also longer than 50 meters. In that case, you can go to 4 lights. Okay, that is how it will be seen. If ahead again, wide alteration to starboard. If elsewhere, monitor for additional observation. Because in this case, you see the ship may be towing something, but she need not be constrained. So she is not restricted in her ability to maneuver, because I cannot judge from these lights. So, but if I have to take action, I assume it is just coming down on me. Rule number 15, I alter to starboard. Okay, there is a mistake here. These 4 lights I told you, no? 3 and 4 are definitely towing lights. So this is definitely conclusive. The tow is more than 200 meters and ship's length is more than 50 meters. Here you have got a combination. Ship is smaller, the tow is longer, or ship is bigger but tow is less than 200 meters. That is why the 3 lights. Here you have got 4 lights, means ship is longer than 50 meters and tow is more than 200 meters. Side lights not seen, but this is conclusive. If it is conclusive, means we are definitely sure what it is. If ahead, again, alter goes to starboard as rule number 15. Any other place, wait and watch. Wait and watch while. Then only you can take correct action. What we are doing is, if ahead we alter to starboard, is good practice of seamanship to get out of the way instead of testing it what it is. Now, if you see one single red light, okay, sorry, I should wait. Any questions on those white lights? You realize what combinations are there with only white lights. You have got 2 light combination of ship more than 50 meters in length, 2 masthead lights, or you have got different towing lights. Those are the only white combination. There is no other white combination anywhere showing 2 white lights. It's not there. Got it? Any doubts here on white lights? We have to improve this. I'm trying to improve it, but I could not because feedback from Sea Life guys was very poor. Let's see. See, maybe I think I should change language here, no? Masthead lights or towing, I should leave only towing lights. Then this confusion will go off. Because right now, somebody may interpret it as masthead lights. I will change it tomorrow. Today maybe. So no question yet. Okay, we move to red light. Now we come in combinations of colors. One single red light. One single red light has floored lots of guys coming back from sea life when they come to me. Okay. Now why they get confused? You see, the problem is one single red light. Anywhere else we realize the red light means danger. But here it is only the side light. Power driven vessels have got privilege of having masthead light. I have explained you earlier. That shows I have got power, I can take better action, I am strong. So the masthead light is given to them. Sailing vessels, they don't have engine. So no engine, no masthead light. So they have got only side lights and stern lights. Side lights and stern lights are basically there to indicate the directions of movement. Masthead lights are indicating the power available. So now here you get a single red light. Single red light means it is a side light. And it is conclusive. Why? Because it is a sailing vessel. Okay, baby, okay. Okay, you wanted to say no? Okay. Okay, baby. Okay. Okay, baby. Okay. Okay, sorry. His name is Shiva. ओके बेबी चल सब लोग ने देख लिया तेरे को देख चल ओके चल बैठ इधर sit down he doesn't listen anyway he is Cadet Dozo you know now what is Cadet Dozo he is a creation of Cadet Dozo okay so what happens is okay there is one question that is he is saying sailing vessels have red below green that is the combination given for a specific type of sailing vessel and is optional normal sailing vessel need not show those lights red below green they can just show simple side light yeah I think in dog years also he should be older than you know he is 4 not 4 sorry he is 5 years old okay now if you see only one single red light it means it is a side light of a sailing vessel so your responsibility again comes back to the same rule as a power driven vessel you are a giveaway vessel you alter course to keep clear now alter course not necessarily starboard or anything you can alter any way you like but normally okay there is again no rule so I don't know whether I should tell you but I will just tell you but keep it in mind there is no rule which side you alter once upon a time we used to alter towards windward because sailing vessel is generally moving in a leeward direction but anyway when you see this light you are already quite close you give wide alteration you have got a power so you keep clear you keep on watching them and keep clear but there is no rule which direction okay port or starboard Now, two red lights, if you see. Two red lights, if you see, they have to be all-round lights because there are no two colored lights with the sector. Sector light and color, this combination is only side lights. Rest of the lights, colored light combinations are all-round lights. So they are all-round lights. Okay, it doesn't make any difference for our decision making, but they are all-round lights. Conclusive, why? Because two red light combination, only two red lights, okay, no other lights. Here, whatever we have seen, we do not have additional lights. We are talking only purely these lights. It is vessel not under command and not making way through the water. Two red lights. She is not under command and not making way through the water, because when ship is not under command, there are two possibilities. One is she is still moving. That means she can still do something. Making way means there is speed, there is a velocity moving. What happens is, suppose my ship is going at 20 knots and my engine fails suddenly. So what happens is, I have lost power. I am not under command. Yet I am making way through the water. So what I do, in case my ship becomes not under command at my 20 knot speed, I switch off masthead lights, telling that I don't have power. Masthead light means you have got power. So I switch off two masthead lights. I keep my side lights on, my stern light on, because they are giving the movement. But if I just leave only those lights on, how will somebody know that I am not under command? To show not under command, I put two red lights like this. So that time my two red lights, all round lights, will be in combination with side lights and stern light. That means I have lost power, but I am still moving. Momentum is there. When my momentum finishes and ship stops, then I switch off side lights and stern lights. Remember, side lights and stern lights to indicate movement. So I switch them on, and only two red lights will be seen. That is a stationary thing, and it is not under command. And what action you are required to take is, you are a giveaway vessel. Why? Power driven vessel shall keep out of the way of vessel not under command. We have seen the rule 18. So we keep out of the way. Clear on two red lights? Any doubts? Put it. So Asif, you got that one now? What is making way and moving in water? Asif, got it? Okay, fine. Now anybody else has got doubt up to two red lights? ROR is like this. Once you understand it clearly, it is your lifetime's job done. If not, there will be too many confusions. And all the exams, even one mistake in ROR, you will fail in Viva. One mistake also. That is the way standards are set. It is the toughest one, but you have to do it. This is our bread and butter. There is nothing else one can say about it. Okay. We go to three red lights. We are moving through only red lights right now. Now three red lights. If you see three red lights, obviously three combination has to be all round light along with the side light. Means it is possible these top two lights, top two red lights are indicating vessel not under command, and she is still moving in the water. So her side light is also seen, and it just happens an angle where you can see all three like this in vertical line. If this red light is displaced from here, it is easier. But other than that, what we have got, three red lights in vertical line. Okay. So we have got these three lights. They are indicating one is not under command, making way through the water. Now, three red lights you have also seen come under vessel constrained by draft. But if it is vessel constrained by draft, those three red lights don't come alone. They come with additional lights, like masthead lights will be there. The masthead lights will separate those three red lights from this combination. If you see only three red lights, means it is not constrained by draft. This means vessel not under command, two lights here, and this is the side light. It is just the combination is looking vertical. But don't mix up. Three red lights, the three red lights of constrained by draft come with other family members like masthead lights, side lights. So one way or the other, you will see more lights. You will never see only three red lights. Here we are dealing with only three red lights. If it is in front of you, you alter course to keep clear. And if it is well clear, you don't bother. Generally, if it is in your red sector, you will be taking action. Means it is on anywhere on port side. That means you watch the clearance, because port side, red to red is clear, but if it is close end on type of situation, then you keep clear. If it is on your starboard side, red to green means there is a conflict. Red to green is a conflict. Now they are showing red and your sector is green sector. In that case, you will have to take action to ensure that you will not go and bang with this one, because she is not under command. Though she is moving, she is not under command. So it is your responsibility to take action. I think here we stop, because these combinations, I think, might go too many. Okay, 10 more minutes. Any questions? Ask. And ROR, some guys are doing very well, the tests, because this test, I have been giving it to guys who have been coming back from sea life, and I have seen lots of strugglers there. Once in a while, you get a guy who knows it. Last time we had somebody just few months ago. He was good. But by and large, most of them struggling. And whereas I am quite impressed, because you all are just first year guys. And first year guys have shown good maturity, and guys who have taken the test, they have done all right. Even if you get less marks and all, don't bother. Because right now, we are just using quiz as a tool to sort of sort out misunderstandings in your mind. Because what happens is, we tend to take the meanings out of things, and we are in real life, we are used to what we say is 19-20 ka hisab. Whereas in ROR, there is no 19-20. It has to be 20-20. It has to be perfect. So you will realize the small mistakes, but technically it is wrong. So that is what these quizzes will show you. Don't worry about marks. Just take it and try to understand what mistake you have made. Because moment you put submit button, you put it. In next second or few seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you get the whole thing back, showing you tick mark, what answer you gave and what is the correct answer. If you made a mistake, this is the answer you gave and this is the correct one. Possible because there are about 1400 questions. So there is a possibility there are few odd mistakes that crept in. If you find out, let me know. I will correct it. But you have to take the test and you will be all right. Because then what else? This is our life. So, SOT. Tomorrow onwards we will start SOT, no? So, SOT, most of you have already reached towards end. So, I will say you should be able to solve question paper if I give you. So, what I am going to do is, next 2-3 lectures, we will close up all the loose ends, any doubts, anything, and then I am going to give you question paper. You solve them in honest way. First, try honesty. If it doesn't work, then refer and get the perfect answers. If you try, if you are not sure, okay. Idea is realization. You know that, okay, I should know this much. I don't know. So what I have to do? Take corrective action. You will be okay. You're a smart guy, so I don't expect any problems. But SOT also, now see, the way things are going on, it looks like another month, not less than that. In that case, we will probably finish 2-3 question papers where you can say that can you write the answers in say 2.5 hours time. 3 hours papers must be solved in 2.5 hours because little pressure here, there, practicing drawing and all. So, okay. Okay. So now, any doubts? Again, I had to ask you. '73. Well, somebody joined late. Good. Visakhapatnam crisis, what happened? I know there is a gas leak, but how bad is it?